I struggled with porn since I was 13. I was doing it every day, 2 hours, 3 times a day. I finally quit at 19, but for all them years, I thought it was about willpower. I thought that's why I couldn't quit. I thought I don't have the discipline for this. I can't resist the urges every single day. It's impossible. You're right, you can't. It's not about the willpower. I thought it was. It's not. It's not about how much discipline you have. It's about the system that you've got in place. And it's about two more things I'm going to teach you that will make it so easy for you to quit. I finally did that at 19 and I teach it ever since. So step one is the actual system. It's not no fap. It's not quitting cold turkey because I tried everything. The system is less fap. Less fap is how it sounds. This week, fap less than you did last week. That's it. So if you watch porn, it don't matter, 10 times last week, do it 8 times this week. You might be thinking, well, that's obvious. The common advice online would be, okay, you did it 10 times last week, go to 0 this week, because that's fast progress. Little do they know, if you go to 0 this week, still being addicted to porn, you'll last a day, maybe 2, then relapse. Beat yourself up because you've failed, then relapse again. Figured, I've relapsed twice now, I might as well go again. And that's how the cycle of nofap happens. If you've been on nofap, you know about that. You quit cold turkey, but you've got an addiction. So why are you expecting to quit cold turkey? Quit in 2 weeks. That's why nofap doesn't work. All right, stop trying to rush the process. Get onto less fap. You're just doing it less and less each week. Because if you're watching it 10 times last week, you're not ready to go to 0 this week. Obviously not. You're ready for 8, even 9, then the week after go to 7, then 5. Within a couple months, 2-3 months, your addiction's gone. You're watching porn once a week. If you stayed on nofap, you'd probably be more addicted because it doesn't work. Within 2-3 months, after possibly years of being addicted, the addiction's gone and you're doing it once a week. At that point, it's fine. Obviously, ideally, go to 0, but at that point, it's better than 3 times a day, right? So, get onto less fap. You can still watch porn. You're just doing it less and less each week. You're finally experiencing progress towards quitting porn after all these years, which feels great. And finally, you're getting benefits, right? Each week that you watch porn less, you get more confident, less anxious, more testosterone. You're not going to be the most confident, jacked testosterone dude in the world by week 1, but you'll notice it. It's been a week. You can't expect too much, but you will notice benefits, right? You'll be able to give eye contact to people. You'll have more motivation and energy to do stuff. When you feel like that, you don't give up. That's why less fap works so well. You can quit porn while simultaneously still watching it, just doing it less and less each week. One analogy I'll give you, if you're into the gym, when a skinny guy goes in, does he go for the biggest weight? No, because he's not ready for that. He goes for the lightest weight. And each week, he increases the weight. Not massively, because he can't lift it. He's not ready for the big weight. He lifts it, gradually the weight goes up each week, so he gets stronger. Excuse me. Let's imagine with your addiction up here, you're at your weakest. So you're not going to go right down here to 0. You're gradually going to reduce it down like that. So then after a few weeks, like your brain hasn't even noticed you're watching it less because you're doing it that gradually. So it's just thinking, oh, we've always watched porn once a week. This is normal. Cool. And then a few weeks after that, when you stop watching it, your brain's like, oh yeah, we've never watched porn. That's weird. That's normal. Can you see how gradually reducing it makes it so easy for you to quit? Quickly, by the way, no pressure, but the link below is my porn quitting course. It will help you quit faster than anything on the internet. It's literally step-by-step what I did to quit, and I think you'll love it. The next thing I'm going to teach you is something that will help you with your urges, help you not want to watch porn, and it's to improve your mental health. Now, you've heard it before. Here we go again. Who watches porn? Is it the social, happy, confident, goal-orientated guy? Or is it the sad, lonely, depressed guy? This guy. You only watch porn when you're sad, lonely, or depressed. You're bored, you got nothing to do, you don't like this feeling, so you watch porn. You're sad because, I don't know, whatever reason, so you watch porn to make yourself feel not sad. You're lonely because you've got no girls, so you turn to porn to get some sort of loving feeling. That's what you do. When you feel sad, you turn to porn. If you were happy and social all the time, you wouldn't turn to porn because you're already happy. You'd read a book, you'd do some healthy human activity, you'd exercise. We watch porn to make ourselves feel not sad. We make ourselves feel good. It doesn't last, we feel shit afterwards, but in the moment, when we're sad, we need porn. What about if we fixed our mental health so that we were always happy? The need for porn would then go, right? So can you see, it's not about willpower. If you're sad and trying to quit porn, you're going to fail. your willpower is going to run out. If you're happy, it's going to feel effortless because the need for porn is not there. You won't even get urges because you're just happy. You're like, why would I watch that? Right? Imagine you were shredded, six-pack, you get all the girls, you feel great. If you saw a cake in front of you, you wouldn't really be that interested. Right? It's a nice taste, but the feeling of being jacked, getting attention is 100 times better, right? So he's not using willpower to resist the cake. He's just happy, confident right now, so he doesn't need it. But if you were fat, you're like, oh, look at the state of me. Oh, I'm sad now. He eats the cake, right? So improve your mental health. Exercise every single day. That's just a given. Gym, I'd recommend, but if you want to walk, do push-ups, just do anything. 7 days a week, exercise. Second thing to do is gratitude journal. Write down each morning one thing you're grateful for, because you're always looking online at these people, oh, the cars, the money, the girls. Look what they have that I don't have. Why don't you do the opposite? Look at what you have that other people don't. Because there's people in war-torn countries without limbs, without arms, without legs, without parents, without a house, without the ability to hear and see, speak English. We take all this for granted. Be grateful for it every single day. You'll be a more grateful and happier person in general. And it was proven that when you're grateful, you can't be anxious. So try it now and watch your anxiety go away. Finally, meditation. Breathe in, breathe out. Focus as hard as you can on the breath. Throughout this, you're going to get thoughts about literally anything. This is normal. Once you get a thought, don't get mad. This is the point. Bring your attention back to the breath. That's how you meditate. Literally half a second later, you might get another thought. That's fine. Attention back to the breath. That's how you level the skill up. Forces you to be present and mindful, meaning there's no thoughts in your head, meaning you can't be anxious or depressed because you're literally not thinking of anything. That's the power of meditation. It also helps you make better decisions. So in the moments when you do have to use a bit of willpower, should I watch porn? Should I do this? You think, because you've meditated enough, you're like, I don't feel good after watching porn. I'm not just going to do it now. I'm just going to do something else. That is the power of meditation. And that's how you improve your mental health. Do that for 2 weeks. You might not be the happiest person after 2 weeks, but you'll be more happy than any pill can ever make you. Literally in 2 weeks. Exercise, meditate, and gratitude. Finally, my favourite tip to give, set goals, right? When your life is shit, when you have no goals, you're sad. What do you do when you're sad? You watch porn. It's that simple. When your life is shit, what does this mean? Well, when you've got no goals, you've got no future. You mindlessly go into college, university, study for a degree to get a job that you don't really like. You get a 9 to 5. Most likely, you're still watching porn because you like everyone else. So you feel like a loser. You're undisciplined, unmotivated. So you're probably fat. Being this unattractive version of yourself, you're going to attract an unattractive wife, right? You're going to have, an all right life. You'll have all right kids, all right house, shit job. Like, if you want that average life, that's the average life. If you want that, go ahead. But I don't. If you don't want that, then cool, I don't. The reason they have that life is because they've watched too much porn and they've not set goals. They've not set goals, so they just ended up like, oh, why is my life so shit? No wonder you didn't set any goals to get anywhere else. And the reason they've not worked hard towards anything is because they've been watching too much porn. They've got no energy. Those are the two reasons that their life is shit. So when I thought of that, I get sad. I'd be like, is that my life? Is that the point of life? All right, let's watch some porn. That's why having a shit life, having a shit future, having shit days in general makes you watch porn and has your addiction even worse. So if you just set goals, literally write it down, you've got a better future instantly and your happiness doubles. It's that simple. You don't even have to achieve the goal yet. It's just the excitement of that goal being in the future, the excitement of making progress every single day, even if it's 1% progress. That is the zest of life. That's how to make particularly men happy. Since we've always had missions, something to conquer, we now have this. We now have a goal, right? Whatever it is, 10K a month through a job, being a doctor, helping people, whatever. Getting the great body so girls want you so that you're proud of yourself. Improving skills that you can then teach to people, whatever it is. Whatever goal means a lot to you, that you can wake up excited for and obsess about and make progress towards and research. Just set it, write it down, work ruthlessly towards it, and you'll just notice you're watching porn less and less. It's just that simple. Porn just goes away. When you're happier, when you've got goals, you just watch it less. It's that simple. Because as I said, it's the happy guy that does not watch porn. He may watch it once a month. He's not doing it 3 times a day, like the sad, lonely, depressed guy. So improve your mental health, set goals, get onto less fap, meaning you're just watching porn less and less each week. Your addiction's gone. It's that simple. Don't listen to the lies online telling you need to get onto no fap or you need to do this or that. They have no idea. if they have quit porn, which you probably haven't, it's taken them like 20 years, probably like 40 years old and done it. I did it at 19 after a 6-year addiction. So take my advice and you'll quit. So come back in 1 or 2 months, thank me, and that's it. So yeah, I hope this helped. Subscribe if it did so this channel grows, and goodbye. By the way, no pressure, but the link under this video is my paid porn quitting course. When you feel like you trust me enough, and if you feel like my free advice has helped you change your life in any way, check that out right now.